The set of the Kelly Clarkson show was buzzing with anticipation as country music legend Tim McGraw took his seat across from the Grammy-winning host. The audience, a lively mix of country fans and daytime TV regulars, erupted into applause, eager to see the friendly banter and heartfelt conversation that Kelly was known for. At first, everything went as expected. Kelly welcomed Tim warmly, praising his decades-long career and his latest album. Tim smiled graciously, sharing stories about songwriting, his touring life, and even a few light-hearted anecdotes about his family. But beneath the warm lighting and cheerful chatter, there was a subtle undercurrent of tension that no one could quite put a finger on, at least not yet. The conversation took a sharp turn when Kelly brought up a sensitive subject, an old controversy involving a feud Tim had with another country star years ago. She framed it with a playful tone, perhaps assuming Tim would laugh it off, but the moment her words landed, his expression shifted. His smile faltered, his posture stiffened, and the twinkle in his eyes was replaced by a cool, measured gaze. Tim politely deflected the question, steering the conversation toward his recent charity work, but Kelly, sensing a possible viral moment, pressed further. The audience's laughter grew quieter, the atmosphere becoming noticeably tense. Trying to keep the mood light, Kelly tossed in a teasing comment about how Tim had a reputation for being stubborn, and while the remark was intended as harmless banter, it seemed to hit a nerve. Tim chuckled politely at first but then leaned forward, his voice firm, explaining that his passion and convictions had sometimes been mistaken for stubbornness. The room seemed to shrink as the tone shifted from daytime TV friendly to raw and personal. Kelly, still smiling but with a flicker of unease, attempted to pivot back to safer territory, but the moment had already ignited. What really set things off was when Kelly brought up his views on certain changes in the country music industry, particularly the newer pop-infused direction that some fans and artists embraced. Tim, who had been candid in past interviews about preserving the roots of country music, gave an impassioned answer, speaking about authenticity and the importance of honoring the genre's traditions. Kelly, perhaps unintentionally, countered his point with a suggestion that maybe the old guard needed to loosen up to stay relevant. That line landed like a match on dry grass. Tim paused, his jaw tightening as he processed the comment. The audience could feel the air grow heavier. He replied with a calm but unmistakably sharp edge, saying that music wasn't about chasing trends or trying to please everyone, it was about staying true to who you are. Kelly, realizing the conversation was veering into dangerous territory, tried to laugh it off, but Tim wasn't in a joking mood anymore. The breaking point came when Kelly, in a final attempt to diffuse the tension, made a self-deprecating joke about how she'd never survive in the old-school Nashville scene, because she was too outspoken. Tim responded with a pointed remark about how being outspoken without understanding the heart of the music was part of the problem. The room went silent. Kelly's eyes widened slightly, not in anger, but in disbelief at how quickly the tone had shifted. Without another word, Tim reached down, unclipped his microphone, and set it neatly on the table between them. The move was deliberate, the kind of gesture that instantly told everyone in the room this wasn't a bit or a publicity stunt. He stood up, adjusted his jacket, and with a polite nod to the audience, walked off the set. The audience gasped, a few clapping nervously as if unsure how to react, while Kelly sat frozen for a moment, her hands clasped in front of her. Backstage, producers scrambled to figure out how to salvage the segment. Kelly, ever the professional, quickly shifted to an impromptu performance with her band to fill the airtime, but her smile never fully reached her eyes for the rest of the episode. Clips of the moment began circulating online within hours, with hashtags like #TimWalksOut and #KellyClash trending on social media. Fans and industry insiders immediately took sides. Some defended Tim, praising him for standing up for his beliefs and refusing to let a lighthearted talk show diminish his passion for country music. Others felt he had overreacted, arguing that Kelly's comment was harmless and part of the playful nature of her show. The debate spread across fan forums, entertainment blogs, and even the morning news cycle. In the days that followed, both Kelly and Tim issued carefully crafted statements. Kelly expressed regret that the conversation had taken such a turn, reaffirming her respect for Tim's artistry. Tim, while not offering an outright apology, clarified that he felt it was important to walk away when a discussion about his life's work became, in his view, dismissive. The incident became one of the most talked about moments in daytime TV that year, a reminder that even in the friendliest of settings, strong convictions and raw emotions can turn small sparks into blazing headlines.